Alright, hi guys, welcome to a new video and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, remember to like and subscribe down below. Today's video, as you can see from the title, okay, I'll be talking about fishing 101 and how to get started. Guys, I don't know if you guys can see this. We're having our Hokkien Mee. How's it?
Worth the rain.
Worth the rain, guys. Max says it's worth the rain. Worth the rain, eh?
Like more feel, you know? Oh, that's true.
So today's video is gonna be for those who have just started fishing or who are just wanting to start fishing. Alright, I'll be giving you guys 5 main points to how to start fishing. Alright, so without further ado, let's go straight into it. So the first point, very simply, is budget. Okay, without money you cannot buy your tackle. Without tackle you cannot fish. So budget equates to money. Okay, why do I name it budget? Because number one, you need to set and allocate a certain amount of money into buying tackle. All right, and I don't want to be setting that money for you. That budget for you. Sorry. So this budget is based on yourself. Okay, you think how much are you willing to spend, whether it's what you earned from your recent job or if your parents are supporting your idea of fishing. How much are they willing to let you spend on your fishing tackle, right? And this video is mainly going to be talking about lure fishing. Okay, so what are the lures that you can get and stuff like that. So the first thing I already mentioned is budget. Now the second thing is equipment that is necessary. Okay, equipment that is necessary. Necessary equipment, what do I mean? Okay, we have rods, reels, lines, leaders. We also have snaps and lures. So for rods, okay, what you want to be looking for, especially in Singapore, is a 2-piece rod, so it's easier for you to move around the country while you're fishing. Second thing would be a rod that is about 6 feet 6 to 6 feet 8, 6 feet 9 in length. This length is very versatile. Okay, it allows you to do a lot of things when you're using that length of rod. Okay, you want to be looking for a light rated rod. Why do I say light rated? Because generally we do have big fish in Singapore, but it doesn't always come to anglers. Okay, so just to start out, just to get you accustomed into fishing, 6 feet 6 rod, light rated rod, 2-piece rod, spinning. Make sure it's a spinning rod. Load it up with a reel that has braided line inside. Okay, put on your leader, tie your snap, put on a lure, and cast it out. That's simple as that. So that's for rods. For reels, what you want, okay, to be looking at and targeting towards is not a reel that is too expensive, but you want something that's a spinning reel between the sizes of 1000 to 2500 size. Okay, why do I give this range of sizing? because then your reels won't be too big and won't be too overpowered to match up with the light rated rod. For braided line, I recommend braided line because to me, in my personal opinion, it helps me to cast better, helps me to feel the fish better. So I would recommend braided line, okay? In poundage wise, I would say between 6 to 10 pounds will be just nice for Singapore fishing. Personally, I'm using a 2500 size reel with 10 pound line inside for my freshwater spinning luring style, and also even for my offshore videos, saltwater offshore. I do use the 2005 with a 2005 reel with 10 pound line, right? So that's lines. Reels I already mentioned, lines already mentioned. Leaders is also important. If you're using a range of 6 pound to 10 pound line, main line, you should be looking at getting maybe 10 to 16 pound leader. Why do I give this range? Because you don't want to have too overpowered leaders. You don't want to be using 10 pound line and 40 pound leader. Then it defeats the purpose, because your leader will be so thick and the fishes might be able to see it, right? So my advice is to look at getting if you're going to get 6 pound to 10 pound line, look at maybe 10 to 16 pound, a maximum of 20 pound leader. And personally, I prefer fluorocarbon leaders. Alright, the next necessary equipment would be snaps. Snaps wise, I don't really have a preference for the metal clips, okay? But the main purpose of it is to help you to change out of your lures faster. So instead of tying on direct to your split ring or to the lure itself, you can just tie onto a snap and clip it on to the lure. And then when you don't feel like using that lure anymore, you can just pop it off, keep it in your box, take out a new lure and clip it on. It takes less than a minute to change up. The next necessary equipment, I would say, is definitely your lures. You can have a choice of whether you want hard body lures, and then in the hard body lure category, you have top waters, mid column, bottom column, and stuff like that. Do your own research. There are many types of lures out there. I personally prefer soft plastics, where I attach a rubber or plastic soft lure to a jig head, and then I bounce it at the bottom, or I play in the mid water column. I don't have a perfect reasoning for this, but I feel that I prefer soft plastics because I get more fishes on soft plastics. Alright. Of course, your personal opinion matters as well. Next, equipment that is not necessary to get started fishing. Rather, it's optional. Okay. What you want to know is that not all fishing equipment is a necessity, such as lip grips and fish grips. Although it may be necessary for you because some of the fishes have sharp teeth and all that, most of the time when you fish, you probably won't be fishing alone, so you have friends with you, and go with an experienced friend. Hopefully he has a lip grip to lend you, but if you have the extra amount of cash, please do purchase and invest in a good lip grip, whether it's a plastic lip grip or whether it's a metal lip grip. Okay, lip grips also help you to prevent getting your fingers from getting bitten, okay, for the fishes that have teeth. Well, fish grips, what's the difference is that it grips the fish's body. Okay, this is to prevent any stinging or any pricking by the fish's dorsal fins or any spines that the fish has. Also prevents you from getting stung by any venomous spines on fishes that are caught. Alright. The next thing is not really a set of optional equipment, but it's kind of like an advice. Try not to have the mentality where you must have your fishing lure bag with a certain brand. Okay, you can use bags that are bought from like Army Market or like sport shops that are big enough to store your lure boxes and different equipment. Personally, I do that. I carry a bigger haversack bag so that I can put my camera equipment in there as well, and sometimes even a change of clothes in the bag, so that, you know, if I'm going for a day of rugged fishing where I know I'll get wet, or if the weather is rainy and I still go fishing, at least I'll have a set of clothes to change out after the session. The fourth point would be places to start. Where should you start fishing when you first begin? My personal recommendation would be freshwater legal grounds. Why is that so? Number one, because most of the freshwater legal grounds have fish. And the second point, the trees that are covering the areas, they are usually higher in height. So if you learn to cast properly and you learn how to control your casting, you most of the time will not be able to get your lure stuck up in the trees, and that's not what you want, because ultimately your lures cost money, and if you were to get a lure stuck up there, you were gonna have to spend money to buy and replace that lure. Alright, so places to start for freshwater, I would say freshwater legal grounds. If you are interested to know where the freshwater legal grounds are in Singapore, you can always search it up on Google. Okay, just type in PUB fishing, or to make your life easier, I'll link the link in the description below. Okay, those are places to start. If it's saltwater that you're interested in, you can always go to places like Pulau Ubin. Please do not go alone, go with friends that know the area. Go to Bedok Jetty or even Labrador Park Jetty. Whichever jetty that you are closest to, head down there, get a few casts with your soft plastic, and hopefully you get fishes. I mean, not just soft plastics, but lures as well. The fifth and final point would be setting a goal. Okay, what you want to do is you want to set a goal for yourself. It's optional, but if you want to, you can set a timeline. Setting a goal, mainly what I mean is when you set a goal to purchase your tackle, the day you go tackle shopping, you accomplish it. The second goal is to catch a fish. The day that you catch your first fish, that goal is accomplished. And so on. After you catch your first fish, 100% sure that you want to go and catch a bigger fish and keep improving your craft until you catch your biggest fish of your life. That is what I mean by setting goals, and also by species. Right now, my goal is to catch a wild barramundi on lure, okay, and that is my goal. So for after circuit breaker, I will be hunting barramundi in different places to try and catch them on lure before I change up my target. What I mean by a timeline, for me, if you notice my channel, I actually do a lot of videos, not as much as the rest of the YouTubers, but I'm trying to get there. My videos are, for me, is to number one, bring you guys information and bring you guys with me when I go fishing. Number two is also for me to keep a record of like kind of it's my form of journaling my fishing experience, and yeah, and it's gotten so far as of now, and I hope it improves. I hope you guys continue to support me and all that. So yeah, that's what I mean by timeline. If you don't want to do videos, you can always write it down in a notebook or put it in your phone. All right. Yeah, that's the last point I have for you guys. Just to kind of do a summary, your budget. Okay, set it yourself. Ask a friend and bring you to the tackle shops, which I will link in down below in the description. Bring you to the tackle shop, talk to the people there, ask and find out what is suitable for your needs, and then try to spend within your budget, of course. The equipments that are necessary: your rods, your reels, your lines, your leader, and your snaps and your lures. Those stuff are the most basic. Okay, those are what you must have in order to start fishing. Optional stuff, if you have the extra money, go and purchase a lip grip. Okay, whether it's a metal one or a plastic one, it doesn't matter. It will save you from getting bitten by fishes with teeth. Places to start: freshwater. Look up the PUB website for the freshwater legal grounds in Singapore. Saltwater, visit any of the jetties, right, or beaches. You can also fish there as well. Make sure you fish legally, guys, okay, because there are actually fines that have been imposed for people who fish illegally. All right, so do not take the risk. Anyways, the last point was setting a goal for yourself, making sure that every time you go fishing, you try or at least hope to complete a certain goal for yourself. Yeah, and I really wish you all the best for those who are just starting out fishing or those who want to start fishing. I wish you all the best. I hope you get your first fish soon, right after the circuit breaker. If you guys have any questions about fishing, about lure fishing, comment down below. I will try to help you as much as possible. Or if you want a more direct approach and give yourself a higher chance of a reply from me, you can always DM me at my Instagram. My Instagram is somewhere here. Okay. You can also follow me on Facebook. I think my page is JBL Fishing. It'll be right here. Okay, just type that down in the search boxes. Click like or follow or whatever. You can message me there to ask me questions as well. Okay, once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if you're new and you need any questions. Alright, thanks guys once again for your support, and stay safe during the circuit breaker. Alright, follow the regulations. Don't do anything that will get you into trouble. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope the tips that I've given, the advice and the information that I've given today is useful and will benefit you in your fishing journey in your life. Thank you guys once again. I'll see you next time on JBL Fishing. Bye bye.